What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to change the oil out of the twin turbo V6 engine, otherwise known as the V35A-FTS, found in the Tundras, Sequoias, and a few other Lexus models. So first, you want to look at the oil cap. That will give you an indication of what oil it takes. And like I said, this is for the V35A-FTS. Now, if you're doing this at home, it's going to be a lot harder because obviously you're not doing this on a lift. But fortunately for me, I'm in the shop, so I'm able to just pick the vehicle up. And that's what you're going to want to do is get underneath. So if you could get under there with a creeper, great. You're going to locate the oil drain plug. Now, once you're underneath, it's crucial you don't mistake it for the transmission pan or the hybrid motor pan itself, because as you can see, both of those pans have drain plugs as well. So you want to find the engine oil pan that's closest to the front differential, and that's the drain plug we're going to loosen up. And I like the newer models and the engines that they have out now because it doesn't come with that big bulky shield, so that's covering the engine oil filter. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to get to. So first thing I'm going to do is take my 14mm wrench and crack the drain plug loose. Once I do that, I have my drain bucket underneath ready to catch the oil. And while I'm at it, I might as well try to see if there's any machining debris. I'm just kidding. You could ignore that part. So I'm just going to drain the oil and then wait for it to finish. Now, as you can see, the oil has already drained out. And usually what likes to happen is this drain plug gasket likes to stick to the oil pan. So I like to get my pocket screwdriver and knock it out. And then, of course, with every oil change, you must replace the drain plug gasket. And that's what I'm doing right now, putting it on the drain plug and getting ready to tighten it back up. Toyota manufacturer specification is 30 foot-pounds to tighten that drain plug. And now, after I drain the oil, I make my way to remove the oil filter. And the good thing is they don't have that big, bulky metal shield anymore. And even if you have the ones with the front spoiler, you don't even need to remove the two front 12mm bolts. Only the back ones. Just those two, and you should be good to go. And then from there, I zip off the two 12mm bolts. Now, I must add, if you're one of those customers that like those big TRD skid plates, then this part of the oil change process is going to suck. Now, after you do that, it's going to expose the oil filter. Now, here's a little tip. You don't want to just remove the oil filter as it is right now, because what's going to happen is a lot of the excess oil that's in that filter is going to spill all over the frame. And then once it's spilled all over the frame, it's going to be so difficult to clean out. Even if you spray with brake clean, it's just going to seep through the little passages, and then you're just going to find oil spots on your driveway. Now, because of where the oil filter is positioned, sometimes it's a little hard to break it loose by hand. So I like to just use an oil filter wrench just to kind of get a good grip. And I don't completely remove it. Like I said, I just want to break it loose just enough where I can reach my hand in there and finish twisting it off. Now, it will make sense in a little bit. Now, I like to have the oil filter, the new one, already in position nearby, ready to be installed. And I also like to keep a can of brake clean also nearby to get ready to spray the excess oil out. Now, here's what I like to use to collect the old oil that's coming out of that oil filter. Like I said, we didn't want to drop everything and spill everything all over the frame. So I like to use this little old oil container that I cut out, and I just put a bottle cap underneath. And if you don't have one, you could use a coffee cup. If you're doing this at home, that will work just fine. Now, this is why it was important to break that oil filter loose, because it would be very difficult to try to break it loose by hand and try to keep that little container underneath it. So this is why I use that little old cut out of the oil bottle, because it helps collect all the excess oil that's coming out. Now, if you're doing this at home, like I said, an old coffee cup will work just fine. Anything to collect that old oil and prevent it from spilling on the frame. So this is the new oil filter going in right now. And like I said, I still have that container underneath, and now I'm going to spray it with some brake clean. Again, as the old oil residue is rinsing off, my old oil container is still there to collect all of that old oil that would have otherwise spilled all over the frame. And what would have happened? You would have drove home, the wind would have hit the frame, and it would have spread the oil everywhere. Now you park the car in your driveway, and now you see oil spots on the floor. Now you don't know if there's an oil leak or if it's just, a mistake that you made. And you see all that old oil that came out and that's in that container, all that would have been all over your frame. And like I said, it's so difficult to clean out once that happens. So just be proactive and just put that little container there. They have a special tool you can put to collect that oil and, route it to your drain tube, but you don't need any special tool. Like I said, just a little coffee cup or old oil container, cut it out, seal the underneath it with an old bottle cap, and you should be good to go. And then from there, I just wipe it off with an oil rag. Some gonna spill, but you just want to make sure there's nothing on the frame. And then from there, you just go ahead and put the two 12mm bolts back on the engine cover, and you're pretty much ready to fill this thing up with oil. And now to fill it with oil, the last step obviously is to remove the oil fill cap. You can see that big 020 on there, so you can't put the wrong oil. Now, a lot of time when you remove the oil cap, what tends to happen is that seal likes to get stuck on the filler neck. So make sure you be mindful of that and remove it. And I like to put the oil cap somewhere where it's visible so I don't accidentally leave it out. Now, the manufacturer, Toyota, recommends with an oil change and filter, you want to fill this thing back up with 7.7 quarts of oil. If this was a dry engine built from scratch, then you want to add 8 quarts of oil. But in this case, we're doing an oil change, so we're going to add 7.7 quarts of oil. And once you fill it up with oil, guys, you go ahead and put your oil fill cap back on. And as you can see, it's nothing to it. If you have a lift, it's so much easier. But if you don't, you can still do this at home. It might be a little bit of an inconvenience, but still possible. Hope you found this video informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.